All right, we're on Westfield in Clan Wars, and our standard plan achieves a perfect score. We take block one for our leopard, and we're prepared to fight for block two, and then push out to block three. Our heavy tanks, chieftains, go reverse slope position, and our ABR makes a run across the middle. We try to light up their scout. Once we consolidate with the mediums on the south side of the valley, we gear up to prepare for the enemy heavy tanks, which will filter down to our heavy tanks as which act as a magnet. Then we have our fire base just farm them, and they'll be out of draw range. Once we fight that battle, then it's kind of an audible, see how the enemy's set up. We decide to do a left flanking. We come closer to tank destroyers and loop up to the left and start wolf packing individual tanks. So now we'll see this plan in action and how we got to a perfect score. I start pinging out the map, just confirming our plan. You can see the scout taking off right away for his task in the middle on the slope to try to counter, light up their scout. I'm moving with the medium group to assault the southeast corner, the K0. And our heavy tanks in the distance there, you can see moving towards their reverse slope positions. It's really important when we make this move that everybody keeps moving. I mean, this is an assault here, and we need the mass and the firepower to go into the K0 square. 3 leopards light up. I'm kind of glad they're leopards because they're not really good for brawling. You see one tank there stop and causes a bit of a traffic jam. And now there's a gap between myself and the rest of the mediums. So don't stop when you're on the assault, just fire on the move. You start to see a little bit of their heavy tanks approaching ours. The magnet's already starting to work. Flush out a scout. Flow a shot there, but bounce 2 from the leopards. And now the leopards are going to get focused down from our group on this side, and our heavies also have shots from across the valley, so the crossfire that won't last long there. You can see they're starting to explode. So pretty soon we got to take that third position where the leopards were. Enemy heavies are starting to slowly move towards ours, and we start the fire base. Notice that our heavies are not really engaged in that, they're just acting as spotting reverse slope position. Now I asked the heavies to start fanning out left so we get more spots, widen our position, and that lights up more enemy heavies for us to fire around our fire base. Unlucky scout there's trapped, and I burn him. And continue firing onto their heads. The score's already 5-0. Cause some more casualties to the enemy. We start fanning out our mediums further west. The enemy's out of draw range, so we have to move up a little bit. Now we notice that they have some tank destroyers on the west trying to shore up that flank. But before we make a move on them, we've got to wear down the enemy in the center. It's difficult to engage the tank destroyers from this position because their distance, they have good cover there, and the angles. So we can't just sit back and trade shots, we'll get worn down. Take a shot there on the flank, but it bounces. And it disappears in the cover. So I gave a warning order that we're going to execute a left flanking. The idea is to go deep on the left, envelop the tank destroyers, and then go on to the depth positions. You can see everybody starting to stack up. Move up there. Say who's going to remain as a fire base, just one tank I think. And the rest just follow my movement. distance. So we want to negate that by cutting close to tank destroyers. They'll have a hard time tracking, and we'll get one shot off. From there I take one hit. That tank destroyer is isolated, and we're just going to drive by our heavies to my right. They're just acting as a little fire base, while the mediums just go past. The idea is to keep moving and to cause problems for the enemy, so he has to react and can't actually come up with his own plan. Now our mediums cut a little shallow there instead of following all the way. And they're going to be looking straight at the tank destroyers, which are higher than ours. I'm really surprised that none of them are taken out. Now they're caught in a crossfire from the heavies on the far side, myself on this side, and the mediums right there in front of them. And we assault up. Some shots, they bounce. It's okay, we just keep shooting at them. And now we focus on the first heavy tank, who's isolated. We go in after him, and we wolf pack him. I take a shot, it bounces, just unlucky. Turn around to get him, he's gone. So now there's 2 defenders left, or 3 actually. The score is 12-0. Flow through there. It's really hard to defend in this village. There's a lot of vision problems. It's a sight if you're trying to defend, but if you're flowing through it, it causes a problem for the enemy, and that's it. Perfect score, 15-0.